Hi Leo, welcome to July. It's already been July for too long, sorry. Welcome to Starchaeology Tarot, but this is a tarot reading for the month of July. I am your Starchaeologist. My name is Desi, and I am honored and privileged to be connecting with you in this way. In this wild time that we're living in right now, the computer and the internet have never been better to me. Okay. So, what are we doing today, guys? I'm gonna connect with Spirit. I'm gonna give you a message, the message. I'm looking for the number one message that will align you most with your highest self, your highest path. And I'm only looking for messages that are going to encourage you, enlighten you, support you, uplift you, strengthen you, remind you of your own divinity, your own magic, your own power, your strength. And also just remind you that you create your reality. And by searching for tarot videos, by doing what you're doing now, you know that you are invested in introspection, and that is an incredibly positive and beautiful thing, and I applaud you for it. So thank you for being here. This reading is good for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I encourage you to watch those placements for you if you have not yet, because we are each very complex puzzles, and our sun signs are only a piece of that puzzle. So some of this is going to resonate with you and some of it won't. That's meant for other Leos. Let them have it. And just remember that you're more complex than just your sun sign. If you want a fuller picture of the unique recipe that is you, check out your other placements. On that note, I'm going to take a moment and tune in and shuffle. If you have a specific intention you want to set with this reading, or a question that you want to ask, you're looking for specific answers, I invite you to take this time now as I shuffle to do that. And that's all I have to say. I love you. Thank you for being here. Let's shuffle and do this. Leo, you are in the zone. Eight of Pentacles. You're the apprentice this month. You're really working your craft, and that is really cool. I want to clarify one card we have here, the Five of Cups. Give me just a moment while I do that. Okay, this cleared up some things. I pulled, so to clarify, this is the Moon Power deck I'm using to clarify. We have the Magician, and my favorite, the Star. So, okay, Leo, this is what's going on. There's something that is allowing you to work your craft this month. Yeah, you feel very much like you're in this state of devotion to your craft, to some project, working really hard. And when I say craft, I don't necessarily mean like what your job is or even a hobby. It could be those two things, but it also could very well for many of you just be devoted work towards some goal, some earthly goal that you've been working towards, that you want to achieve. And that can translate in so many ways. For some of you, that can be building a house, or having a child, or building a family, or relationship work. But regardless, it is just something that you are approaching in a very pragmatic way, and something that is very much about your comfort in life, how comfortable you are literally in your life right now. I do think, though, for most of you, this kind of apprenticeship, this card does come up when it's about our calling in life and really pouring ourselves into the pursuit of our calling and our goals and our dreams, and recognizing like that we always have stuff to learn. We always have things to learn, and that's the beauty of the apprenticeship mentality, is like my learning is extensive, and I am always I recognize that this is not like an overnight thing where I will become a master in this. It's, you know, I'm in this for the long haul. I have a lot to learn, I have a lot to study, and I have a lot to give, and I'm not going to be dissuaded by a single failure or the fact that this isn't going as quickly as I want it to go. That being said, the success that you've had so far in this apprenticeship, in this journey, you are kind of borderlining being this Four of Pentacles character here, holding on so tightly to the successes that you have experienced, and feeling it's almost the thing of like when you've gone down so far down one road, you never want to become a beginner again in anything. You don't want to ever start over because you're like, well, look, I found these 4 coins. I can't give up these 4 coins. I gotta stay here. I gotta be still going in this direction. Instead of recognizing that part of the journey is sometimes realizing you've gone in the wrong direction, or you've made a mistake, or you've made a wrong turn, and you just have to swipe everything, you know, just wipe the slate clean and start fresh. And you do that with the faith and hope that you actually will have more in the end than what you do now. But this is very much the miser mentality, the Four of Pentacles card, of just being always afraid of not having enough, and letting that inform the decisions, the things that you say yes to in your creative pursuit, in your apprenticeship. I think for some of you this means like saying yes to things that you don't actually want to do even, or you don't feel called to do, but you feel like you're not in a position where you can say no. You're so afraid of not having enough that it's almost like blasphemous to ever refuse anything, even if it's something that you actively don't want. And there's a difference between this and versus just being open-minded or open to anything. We can be open-minded, but I think there's a very important need to balance that with also knowing what our boundaries are, and also being specific about what it is that we actually want, being specific about the dream that we want to realize. Because if we're just so open, we become wishy-washy. And in terms of manifesting and how that magic works, and I pulled the Magician and the Star card here again, which is about hope. In terms of manifesting, specifics are everything. Details are everything. You can't, the magician is not going to do all at once, everything all at once. If you were to meet a genie, if you were to rub a lamp and a genie were to come out, and the genie's like, okay, what's your wish? And you were to just say, I'm just wishing to be happy. Let's say that. That is so vague. Happiness means so many different things to so many people. The genie doesn't know even what to do. The genie doesn't know what to bring into existence. Versus when you know what it is that you want, that you're after, and you can verbalize that and you can say that to the magic genie, that is the universe, that is you. It makes your desires realized all the more quickly. And this is like realizing you're stepping into your own power here, I think, Leo. Like, realizing that you might be the apprentice, but that does not mean that you are low status, or that you always need to be waiting for someone else, for the master to be the one that gives you the job. Which brings me to my this next part here. We have the Two of Swords plus the Four of Cups. It's almost like you have your career, your journey has gone such a specific way over time that it's shaped very strong beliefs about how you feel about how your career works, how success works, how success comes to you, and how opportunity comes to you. Because this is all about opportunity, this Four of Cups. These cups are opportunities. And you can see her expectations. I mean, she is just like, oh, this again? It's the same thing over and over again. And this card is largely about disillusionment. She's completely disillusioned by the options in front of her. And the irony of that is these are full cups. These are full cups. So it's kind of what I'm saying with when I was talking about the genie, for example. It's like, to someone else, these cups are full. But I think there's an issue of not being specific here, being disenchanted by visualizing things based on past hurts, past experiences, past biases in a way that actually limits what comes to you. And if you let yourself be that affected by the story up until this point, you just repeat the same story you've been through. There's no space for anything new. So if her story is one of disenchantment, rejection, disillusion, she's just going to continue getting more of the same thing, and being bored with those opportunities. The Four of Cups is also largely just about a closed heart in this way. And being paired with the Two of Swords here, this Two of Swords is all about raising up your defenses against opposition, and being, and kind of blindfolding yourself, refusing to budge no matter how the world around you changes, no matter what evidence comes up around you to show you otherwise. You've become so used to a certain way of thinking and feeling that that is what shapes your experience. This is about getting stuck in analysis paralysis, this up here, and this is so much more about like feeling bored. It's feeling disenchanted. It's the feeling that matches the mindset. And you've got both of these here, Leo, that are really going hand in hand. This blindfold is also affecting how you feel. So let's bring this back to like the big picture here. What are the feelings and thoughts that you have that are creating this? That are creating this Four of Pentacles mindset of, I hope I have enough, and I gotta hold on to the good things I get. I gotta say yes to everything I can't let these successes go, because I need them. And it's that need that immediately blocks your flow. That could be the mindset and the feeling that is limiting you in some way and keeping you in this place of disenchantment, disillusionment. Disillusion. Sorry, is that the noun? Not even sure. This apprenticeship is not what you think it is. I'm hearing that very strongly for some of you. This journey You think you know what it's like. You think you know the pipeline of college or of school. It's this many years, and you go through these grades, you get to this level, you major in this. This apprenticeship is not like that. It is not straightforward. Even if it appears that way in structure, it is not that way. So the more you try to define it, the more you make it into the thing that you are defining it as, and the more you are limiting yourself to what it could possibly be, which is so much greater, so much more. Actually, no, I've pulled too many clarifying cards. I think also these cards mean something for some of you, that a decision is being made, something that you, like a decision that you have been waiting on is being made, that is going to feel disappointing. It's going to feel like you are bored with what decision is met, what opportunity is offered to you. It's gonna come to you and you're gonna feel like, oh, it's the same old thing I keep getting, and this is not what I thought it was, and what's the point? Take your blindfold off so that you don't make the mistake of judging something before you say yes to it. Or saying no to it before you, or judging it before you say no to it. Either way, right? So this month ends for you, Leo. This Four of Pentacles is so afraid of loss. So afraid of loss. That is why he is the miser. That is why he grips everything as a death grip on those coins. Without realizing that there are certain things that we need to lose in order to make space for the things that we want. To make space for the gains that are really, if they are as big as what we want them to be, they're gonna be big, which means they need more space, which means we need to lose things in order to make room for them. And we are really seeped in a culture where we see all loss as being just inherently bad, and that is so not true. Loss is such an important part for renewal, and loss is you can't have gain without loss. And so the outcome of this, leading to some loss, leading to some sorrow, keep in mind that whatever you feel, you lose emotionally, because I think it's more of an emotional thing. I think there is some sort of emotional security that is lost here by loosening your grip on this, whatever is providing you this sense of stability, whatever is making you feel like you have some success that you have to hold on to, some good things you have to hold on to. Yeah, loosening your grip on those things. It's not like, oh, it's not easy. I think that most things that we lose, there's complexity and nuance to the emotions that go along with that loss, and you can grieve those things, but just remember, you are grieving these things to gain more that is waiting for you right behind you. You know, this figure, wow, I never have thought about this in this way. Oh my gosh, like a light bulb moment here. This figure is losing 3 cups that are empty. 3 cups that have been knocked to the ground. They can only hold so much. And he has 2 full cups right behind him. So it's like holding on to something that's broken just because you've had it for so long and you love it, and it again provides you this sense of security, without realizing that the functionality of it is completely flawed, and that it can only fulfill you so much. There is fulfillment waiting for you beyond the security and stability that you have experienced so far. It might be hard for you to dream of, but dream big. Dream big, because part of the issue here is you don't believe that your own dreams can come true. The star is all about believing that your dreams can come true. So dream them. Continue dreaming them. I think there's a lot of us who have these dreams that are planted in us and don't even allow ourselves to daydream about them or to think about them in a way that makes us feel good. We only worry about them because deep down, what is underneath that dream is the belief that it's impossible. And I think that's what needs to disappear for you, Leo. That's what needs to disappear in order to open up this apprenticeship, open up this education that you are having in the pursuit of what you want. Just Knight of Wands here at the end. You have to grieve the things that are no longer serving you, that are keeping you in this place of preventing real emotional fulfillment, because they're just kind of safety blanket things that they're not really things that are of real value. You can have so much more of so much deeper value, and you're gonna have to say goodbye to some things, grieve those things. It's a loss regardless, but it makes space then for you to charge towards what you really want, which is so much more than, I'm holding so many cards, than this Four of Pentacles. There is a Ten of Pentacles waiting for you beyond this. A much deeper sense of fulfillment, a sense of achievement and success and gratitude without any of the fear that comes along with that success. Because I think right now, success for you often feels like, oh, I got this success, and then the next thought is, I wonder how long this will last, or this is never going to happen again. It's immediately, there's pressure and fears and doubts that come along even with your victories. And it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't have to be that way. And you can create a new normal for yourself if you choose to. You have every tool you need at your fingertips, Leo, to manifest whatever it is you dream of most. To pull these two cards together is insane, actually. It's like saying, dream it. Whatever you are hoping for, you can snap into existence with two fingers. That is the kind of faith and belief in your greatest dream that you need to have in order to realize it. I think your philosophy on life is undergoing a deep reconstruction, and this is part of it. And I think part of it is rooted in a belief that you are not responsible for everything that happens to you. You're responsible, Leo, for more than you think you are. You are much more magical than you think you are. And the world is a reflection, like a mirror, of what is happening inside you. What you experience on the exterior is just a reflection of the interior. So if you were to actually take action, because the Magician is all about taking action, if you were to take action that was aligned with that belief, how would that affect the action you take moving forward? How would that change your action versus what you've been doing up until this point? What would you be on the inside? What would you decide to suddenly be on the inside that you wanted to see on the outside? The message here, Leo, is let go of what you don't need so that you really can be a star, so that you really can shine, so that you really can understand and explore the depths of your own personal power and magic. Because this is keeping you small. This attachment is keeping you small because it is built on the belief system that you can't achieve more than this. And you can achieve so much more than this. Go after it without thinking. Stop with this thinking. Stop with this analysis paralysis. The Knight of Wands is the most reckless of all wands, and this is a very Leo card. This is fire of fire. So harness that fire, Leo, and allow for a little bit of recklessness in your life. Allow for a little bit of just action that comes from that fire in your belly, rather than the logical, rational worry in your mind. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. Please leave in the comments if you want to how this reading is manifesting in the details of your life. I would love to hear those details. I am very nosy, but also I'm very invested in your well-being and in your July, Leo. I hope it is everything that you dream of, and that what you are dreaming of is beyond anything you have ever dreamed of, because there is much room to improve in how you dream. Thank you. I love you. Please like and subscribe, share this with anyone, and goodbye.